All right. Welcome back to Bronze League Heroes. Little far. Where we have Xenon going for a pylon first, into second pylon second, before probe. And then what is he going to follow this up with? The classic 2 pylon, no probe scout. And then we have SrJordilaqu. SrJordilaqu. That is his name. And, of course, the double pylon gateway into Hydra. What? There's another pylon at the corner. So 3 pylons. And on the other side, SrJordilaqu, or Senor, as we're going to call him for short. Is going for the double gas. A forge is on the way, the classic gateway forge, of course, a staple of our heroes. A cyber core should be following this up. We have the preemptive proxy pylon, a factory. No player has scouted. A reactor on the way. So this is kind of coming together here for Senor. Of course. Oh, it's just going to be a gateway. I was like, wait a second. The cyber core isn't done. He can't build a Stargate, yes? No. It's a preemptive proxy gate. Now, since he hasn't been scouted, he could kind of just build this gate anywhere, but he's chosen to build it here. He has a plan. It might not be a good plan. It might not even be a viable plan, but he has a plan. And that plan is to make a cannon to defend the front while building a gateway in the top right, while his opponent goes for an armory to open, I have to assume, for Thor's. A twilight to follow it up. All right, the plan is coming together.
Your dedication
Thank you, big bug
will
of
be rewarded.
life, as he continues to hide his tech. An armory, of course, unlocks that Thor option. And once Thor walks through the door, that door isn't closing again. An engineering bay, of course. We need that engineering bay. All the pieces of the puzzle are coming together now. Neither player has any vision of what their opponent is doing. This is just their plan. A depot is dropped down after the armory finishes here, and it's time. Bring it. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Senor has enough money. The engineering bay is done. He has the money. Come on. Come on. Siege tanks, of course. As we get the bunkers set up. More pylons for Xenon, who has decided to long-distance mine. A dark shrine is hidden, with warp gate on the way, but there's going to be a turret at the front. So Xenon a little bit more macro-oriented, but most of his tech is in the top right corner. A starport is on the way. Dozens of APM. We got 26 here for SrJordilaqu. And 40 for Xenon. But each of those actions meticulously combed through and over another pylon. He won't be supply blocked for over double the supply he has right now. As the probes continue. 21 to 24 workers in favor of our Protoss player. Another siege tank. The Dark Shrine is completed. Warp Gate is completed. No Warp Gates as of yet. He will, one at a time, bring the Marines into the bunker, single file, to instill discipline Money in the bank for both players. What will they choose to do with it? Neither player. Oh, a scan. A scout. But Xenon has cleverly hid the entirety of his tech in the top right corner. So that scout will tell him essentially nothing. 3 Dark Templar are on the way. There is a bunker and 2 siege tanks alongside a turret, so these DTs should be shut down. He has gotten that quick turret. A fusion core will follow up. I'm not sure. Is it this SCV that's supposed to build the fusion core? Is that the plan? I don't know, but the DTs are waiting for their moment. He needs more before he continues his plan. If he has enough DTs, it doesn't matter. There is the Thor. Alright, he finishes the depot, moves on to the fusion core. Zealots are being warped in. He has the money for a battle cruiser. Or, I mean, technically Liberator range, but I don't think so. The Zealots will see as we go to the Xenon action cam, brought to you by Kodak. The 3 Zealot Scout. Will the DTs... Okay, he sees what's at the top of the ramp. Does he send the DTs in? I would argue that's probably a bad idea. But Xenon back to his macro. The fusion core is done. More depots being queued up. The Thor is in high impact mode, allowing it to do that incredible single target damage at the expense of the splash damage option. Of course, that only affects the anti-air. There is about to be a warp prism on the field. A battle cruiser is on the way. A scan comes out, still sees nothing. Xenon has cleverly hidden everything. Will he research Yamato cannon? Weapon refit. It doesn't appear so yet, but the Warp Prism is coming in. He's on 2 bases, attempting to attack into someone on 1 base. All of his defenses are concentrated, but he doesn't have detection. The Warp Prism sneaking around. Shadow Stride, better known as DT Blink, is on the way. We have only had those 3 Zealots lost so far. The Warp Prism will slip to the side. It is still unscouted here by SrJordilaqu. Oh, and he warps the DTs into the main. There is a scan ready. The battlecruiser has completed. Will he drop? If he drops the mule, he'll have no detection. Besides the very front. The DTs come in. The SCV is getting sliced and diced. Will the units come back to defend? He's moving out at just the worst possible timing. He just decides, fuck it, we're going. These DTs are... 1 is triggered. The entire mineral line. 2 SCVs remain. These DTs have gutted everything. There's a single... I'm not sure where the Thors are going. The Marines are going towards the front. The main base being sliced to pieces. Senor has decided he doesn't care. DTs can technically defend everything now. The Thor's taking the long road. A single battle cruiser. There's plenty of money in the bank for Xenon. Is there any way he gets through this? The battle cruiser can get into the mineral lines and take out the probes, but he can still build plenty of stalkers. And he has all this tech in the corner. And there's technically a probe over here. Battle cruiser going to work. There are 2 Thors. What happened? He scanned and saved the main. The main has been saved for now. But the battle cruiser uncontested. The battle cruiser starting to rip through. This pylon is the only thing powering this. I don't know if pulling more probes is the answer. The probes will be transferred down. The main is saved by just a few seconds. He was able to use that scan. He has more scans. Senor is still in this. He actually has the supply lead. Another cannon coming up, but the cannon being blasted by the laser batteries. Thors are blasting through the front. He could just warp in DTs. He's not. He's going to go for the main. The starport sits down. Will he make a Raven? 3 more DTs. No, another battlecruiser. He really likes his battlecruisers, but the Thors have blasted through all the cannons. One survives with 22 HP. The probes are out of the map. There's plenty of money in the bank, but the DT's in the main. He's once again going for the orbital. That's his only chance of scanning. But does he have anything to deal with the battlecruisers? Will the battlecruisers be the winning move? The main base is being sliced. No lift. It's gone. And he doesn't have the money for another one. But Thors are continuing to pound through. The probe count down to 17. He still has one in the top corner. There's still 3 DTs, but there is a turret, and he will be able to repair it with some of the little money he has left. Another Nexus has been built. There's money in the bank for Xenon. He has not rebuilt his base and is being revealed. Everything is lifted. The DTs get a little bit too close to the turret, and they're blasted. Another battlecruiser will finish, as it's 45 to 22 supply. There is still a cyber core. He could warp in Stalkers. Stalkers can kill battlecruisers. Fun fact. He still has money in the bank. All he has to do is put this all together. The main base being gutted. The natural cleaned out by Thor's hammers. He's just trying to rebuild more pylons. I'm not sure if that's the call. More pylons on the way. He's spending most of his money on pylons. Right now we're doubling the pylon count. The PPM up to 14 pylons here. But 3 DTs. And these Thors have no detection. He doesn't have it. Wait, where did he find the money? He canceled the second battlecruiser in order to get the money for a CC. Quick thinking here. Out of SrJordilaqu. He canceled the BC, and that gave him just barely enough. How many? He has 1 SCV left, and it's building a command center. But there's still nothing. He could warp in Stalkers. He still has 2 gates. He still has a cyber core. He hasn't warped in any Stalkers. Shield batteries don't help if you don't have any units. He's building another forge, but the battlecruiser looking for an opportunity. He's building SCVs and he can long distance mine. He's going for the forge. If only there was a unit he could warp in. It's just 1 battlecruiser with 24 kills. He's gonna try to... Nope, shield batteries aren't gonna cut it. He's building the cannons, but the battlecruiser is already here. He's dead set on this cannon idea. Xenon is out of money. No! Long distance mining is happening. There's still units at home, but he still has no detection. There's only 1 cannon. Wait, the shield batteries though. Wait. Is there enough shield battery energy? Cannon versus battlecruiser. The battlecruiser is forced to retreat. He will hold with one cannon and a shield battery. But here come the units. These units, well, it depends on what the DTs do. There's no detection for him. He's trying to build another cannon. That's optimistic. They don't shield until it finishes. But here come the Marines. This 1 cannon and 3 DTs. But if the 3 DTs are in position, the tank is not focusing the cannon. The tank sieges. If they all come together, if he moves the DTs are coming into the fray. If the cannon falls, so does everything else. He's going for it. The Thor not focusing. The DTs are taking it down. The DTs are taking down the Thor. The shield batteries will hold. But is there enough energy to finish off the BC? There's only 1 tank back at home. He's mining. It's 22 supply against 12. But the battlecruiser going up against the cannon. The cannon gets a few more shots off. The DTs, they could actually they have Blake, by the way, though he might not realize that. But there's another cannon on the way. Xenon is mining. He's got 15 probes. If only he had Yamato cannon. Another cannon. He could actually just go for the probes. Oh no, the cannons are too close. He could jump. There's nothing in production. Some long distance mining. The battlecruiser coming back home. The DTs. He can blink onto the tank. And then there's nothing left. Xenon can still win. despite not knowing what a stalker is. Will we see the blink used? The battlecruiser's on the way back, though. The battlecruiser might be able to save it. Is there any, like, he's mining. He's going up to 4, make that 5 long-distance SCVs. The battlecruiser does come back home. That's still, like, if he just kills the turret, though. They do have +1 attack. He could blink into the main. He could just, I don't know if he knows he has it. There are some probes hanging out in the corner. The observer coming back. Xenon scrambling to figure. He still has a cyber core and a robo. He could just warp in stalkers, but his mind's moving 1,000 miles a minute. SrJordilaqu at 0 APM there. He's repairing the battlecruiser. He's repairing it. It's taking almost all of his money. He actually has less income than the cost of repairing the BC. He has to take breaks because he's broke. He can repair the BC up. It costs him a minimal amount of minerals and he can't repair because he doesn't have enough income from long-distance mining. Xenon not building anything. But the battlecruiser... This is an expensive repair job. Hopefully, this is not a lease. Alright. The battlecruiser is the only thing that can take out the cannons. He can jump it back across the map. If he just could kill this pylon, then all of the defense would be depowered. It's 16 to 24. Xenon could just warp in like 8 stalkers, but that's what this is all about. The heroic plays of Bronze League heroes. And nobody's really doing anything. He's repowering the Cybercore. Now here's the thing. I've no Protoss players who this was a revelation. Your Cybercore can be depowered, but you can still warp in Cybercore units, even if it is depowered. Pro tip. Some Protosses actually don't... It sounds obvious, but you might not know. The DT's in position. He can blink up and he can kill all the mining. He just needs to move. The jump! The battlecruiser! What? 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 Maybe just testing it out. Alright, his jump drives do work. He's confirmed it. I was wondering where he jumped. Well... just a nice little hop. Oh, but the observer. The DTs, remember, they have blink. He doesn't have an orbital. He can move the DTs in. Oh, he has the shadow stride. Oh, he's on the depots. There's no detection. He's got to be careful. He knows about that turret. There's only a tank here. The battlecruiser's halfway across the map. He's denied the mining. All the buildings are lifted. The BCs could kill this one tank. He doesn't know it's just one tank, though. He's going to try to face... That's way too much energy on those shield batteries. He's going for the cannons, but he's worried back at home. There's no way that they're going to run out of energy before the cannon kills the BC, right? Right? Okay. But the blink DTs, they might be the game-winning move. Oh, he can kill the shield batteries, and then he can maybe get to the pylon? I don't think so. But he's working his way through. We'll take another couple hits from the cannon. Gotta be very careful. No. He goes back in for more. Not sure about that choice. The battlecruiser deep in the red. He jumps home. But he still has no detection. And also, there are 8 SCVs. Where are the SCVs are in the bunkers! But what's the play? He's out of options. Xenon has money in the bank again. He's just been so focused. Is this in detection range? He can't quite see it. The engineering bay gonna fall. But Xenon, he's laser focused. Maybe a bit too laser focused. He can definitely see those. Yeah. But what are the options here? He doesn't even have enough money to fully repair his battlecruiser. 37 kill battlecruiser, not enough. Yeah, he could build a tech lab and then build a rave. Wait, no, he doesn't quite have enough minerals. He needs 6 more minerals because a tech lab is 50-20. But Xenon sticking with his guns. We'll rebuild a forge. Up to 22 workers and 3,700 minerals and 600 gas. He's repairing the battlecruiser. Just a single tank. But there is the battlecruiser to contend with here. Will he jump on the turret? He will lose 1, probably 2 of his DTs, but then there will be no detect. He jumps again! There goes the cruiser. Did Xenon notice? There are no cannons in this mineral line. He could still kill all the probes. I mean, if he kills all the pylons and supply blocks him, the DTs are looking for an option around the corner here. He's going for the probes. Is Xenon going to be brought back down? They're running out of money. This Nexus is going to be under fire. It's just 1 cannon with no shield batteries. He could actually win that fight. He's just going to take the hits. He's just sliding around the very outer edge of the cannon range. I don't know if that's the ideal play. But Xenon going back to the cannons. Still has not researched what a stalker is. If those cannons finish, they never will die. But the probes are being offered up as tribute to the battlecruiser god. That'll bring him back down to 18. The DTs are still in the main. He's gonna... No, not that cannon! Hit the other cannon! No, he kills the probe! More probes offered up as tribute. The battlecruiser trying to go to work. He will target the cannon that's not. There's still the DTs in the main. It looks like this cannon will go down before getting too many shots off. The battlecruiser dangerously low. Xenon just gonna decide to... He still has a probe over here. Where's this probe going? The Nexus is next target. But what's the play? He jumps. Captain, our warp drives are much more capable than that. He dodges the cannons that were in the way and tries to sneak around the back. A tactical jump if I've ever seen one. He's going to look back into the main. This battlecruiser is all that stands between him and his destiny. He warped in stalkers. He figured out what stalkers are. It's all over. He still has the gates. The battlecruiser scouts the main, decides everything's good here. Now that he whipped out his Prima strategy guide in between those last attacks, he figured out stalkers exist. He was looking for the Dragoons. He couldn't find them. Oh. I mean... Oh, he draws them in! The battlecruiser, the jump is almost online. The baits. We'll use another probe as bait. Oh, there's one. He has the jump ready. Oh, another hit. No, the battlecruiser! 2 more hits! 2 more hits and that battlecruiser will fall. It's a dangerous game he's playing. And he does not know about hold position. A battlecruiser going to work. The pylons have plenty of power. Oh, no. 1! It's over! The cruiser falls! Those cannons came out of nowhere! And now, SrJordilaqu is gonna find himself with no money, 1 unit, and no mining. He's gonna drop down the command center. I'm not entirely sure why he thinks that's gonna work out for the better. The SCV is gonna be sliced and diced. He's gonna try to go back to work. The DTs will slice up all but 2. The command center, there's nothing left. 25 minutes. A surprisingly small amount of resources lost. Xenon with money in the bank and He may never even need to reveal the fact that he knows what stalkers are. There are 2 SCVs left. I don't... The DTs could just blink on that tank. Oh my god, the dance! The dancing of death! He's trying to bait the mid, but Xenon is wise to the situation. He might start to realize that he can just kill the tank, and he just taps out. SrJordilaqu, with his very forward-thinking mindset, was not quite able to pull out a victory against Xenon with his tactical cannons. A combined total of 84 actions per minute. It's all over. Alright, it's all over. That's game, ladies and gentlemen.